Today on Delta Safari we do double duty. Not only do I have a new bass fishing combo, but I'm also taking you to a new spot, Lake Citronelle. Let's head to the Delta. Today we are at one of my favorite locations on the Delta. We are at Lake Citronelle in the small town of Citronelle, Alabama. Now this beautiful lake here is of course man-made. It's a reservoir. If you look back over this way, back just over that hill there's a little dam that puddles all of this up. On the other side of that, a little bit more lake, but that's the city of Citronelle's municipal golf course. So if you're into golfing and fishing, this is a great location. I am currently parked at one of the, I believe it's 5 primitive campsites they have here. As you can see, there's room for several tents at this campsite, and Luke and I have camped here a couple of times before, but the main reason we're here today is Papa got a new combo. Thanks to a wonderful sale at American Legacy Tackle, I have purchased a Shimano Curado K, and I have put it on a Dobyns Maverick rod. If you watched any of my videos before, you've seen I mainly use Abu Garcia, and I thought it's time I grew up. And I saw the Curado K on special at American Legacy. And the reason that it is on sale is because for the first time in 6 years, Shimano has redesigned the Curado. The K is now not going to be featured anymore. They've replaced it with the M. And that is the only time you'll really ever see Shimano's go on sale, is when they're getting rid of one rig to replace it with an updated version. But I also want to show you some of this beautiful park, so let's do some of that too. Of course, I have brought the world's coolest dog with me, Mr. Lukenbach Texas Donald, Luke for short. Tell him to like and subscribe, Luke.
How about clicking that there subscribe and like button?
I have to say that this Shimano Curado K was the easiest reel I have ever set up before. I mean, it was just nothing, and I was casting like I had been using this for years. I cannot believe the difference between this and my Black Max. Truly impressive. There's not a whole lot of fishing equipment that is still made in the United States of America. In fact, one brand that is very famous, Lou's, actually started on the Delta as Lou Childers and Sons, but I believe the Childers family sold that to a Japanese corporation in the late 80s. That's why I really wanted to try this Dobyns Maverick rod, because it's made by the Dobyns family right here in the US. Oh, got a little strike right there. And that would be the only strike I got the entire day. It was about a 12-inch bass, 10 to 12 inches. I actually saw it hit my chatterbait. So that was kind of exciting, but I really wasn't out here to catch fish. It would have been nice, but I just, wanted to do a little shakedown, and old Luke here needed some adventure. On the day, I threw 3 different lures. I started with the chatterbait. I followed that up with a wacky rig with no weight, just hook and the worm, and then ultimately a jig with a little paddle tail on it. I was really impressed with both the distance and the accuracy of my casting with all 3 lures, and the sensitivity of the rod was really nice. Lake Citronelle holds a special place in my heart because it was just a year or 2 ago that I caught my personal best largemouth from this very lake, 7 pounds 9 ounces. Well, it's starting to get late, so Luke and I are going to hop in the car and kind of drive around the park and give you a feel for this entire area of Lake Citronelle. We're going to take you by the campground, the baseball diamond, drive by the little beach that's here, and then we're probably going to head into town and get some dinner. Clanton Park here is the home of Citronelle Youth Baseball, and it's located right on the shores of the lake. And adjacent to the park is a picnic area that also features a frisbee golf course. As you make your way through the frisbee golf course, you then come into the Citronelle Lakeview RV Park. The campground is great because it has both restrooms and shower facilities for anyone who's staying in the campground. And this is a great little park. I've really come to appreciate it. As I mentioned, they've got 4 primitive camping sites, but they all have room for lots of tents. But there are also 35 RV sites, most of which have a view right on Lake Citronelle. And I've got friends who come here all the time and vacation in the summer, the spring, and the fall, and they absolutely love this park. As I mentioned earlier, there is also a beach here at the end of this parking lot. It's right by the dam that we drove across earlier. Has a roped off swimming area, and there's also a boat launch. So if you want to launch your bass boat or throw a kayak in the water, no problem. The city of Citronelle is, I believe, the northernmost part of Mobile County. I don't think there's another incorporated area north of Citronelle. And it's just to the west of Mount Vernon, which we visited before. Link down below. In addition to the amenities that we've already seen, the park also is host to the Citronelle Recreation Center, Davis Park Meeting Center, an amphitheater, and finally the golf course and clubhouse. And I'm told by those who do the golfing, this is one of the better golf courses in the area. This is the southernmost jacks in the state of Alabama. You will remember them from our trip to Cheehaw. Link down below.
There was this here talking dog, like that happens. And he was asking you to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Like everybody don't know to do that already. For crying out loud.